Hey, what's up? It's your boy Spankdog, aka Puffinstein at YouTube. Like, comment, share, subscribe. You already know. But I think this is gonna be a good one, man. First off, the giveaway. When I reach 1,000 subscribers, at random, I'm sending somebody a PSA 8 Kevin Durant Topps rookie from 2007. It's worth about $25-$30, and I'm gonna send other things in the package, and I wanted to let people know that all you gotta do is subscribe. You don't gotta like, comment, share, just subscription. Out of the 1,000, at random, I'm gonna select somebody, and you're gonna get paid. It's gonna be a nice little come up. I'm gonna be happy when I get to 1,000 subscribers. So I'm gonna make sure when I send that Kevin Durant, I'm gonna look out. All right. So today, the topic was important to me. You know what I'm saying? I looked at what I had put as the title, and I said that's something hard to tackle without without cursing, without saying the wrong thing. You know what I'm saying? But I ain't never scared. You know, I mean, there's nothing wrong with fear though, too. At the same time, but I just know fearful choices make people make bad decisions. I know God wants me to have no fear. You if I've gotten nervous before, yeah, of course. If I've been in front of dudes and it got wild like that, and I was like, oh man, like yeah. But I fought like a Wolverine. For every time that I might have flaked, I fought 50 times. You know what I'm saying? And I'm not exaggerating. I don't. It's a mixture of where I come from. You know what I'm saying? And my mentality, not going to school, you know. And this is definitely not something that I would want the youngins to see and take away from it that being tough is cool. It's not. You know what I'm saying? It's actually one of the major polluters of this world, the macho stuff, you know. This ties into Diddy and other things. I don't, I'm not fond of capitalizing. That's another major contributor to the world's downfall of sorts. I don't think the world is falling down. I think it's being hit with new problems at every moment as we evolve. You gotta understand there'll be people here after us and after them and after them. Eventually, something comes and everybody's baffled. You know what I'm saying? But the title this time I made sure to take down the title because I'll do a live. I'll put a title and I don't even talk about the title. So the title was late show with Spankdog talking tough versus soft. Yeah. No problem saying I collect cards. Yeah. Bed Stuy. Hell yeah. And Bushwick. And Ridgewood. You know what I'm saying? So, you know, let's start off with the same way I'm never ashamed to say that I collect cards, is the same way I'm never ashamed to say that I'm from a neighborhood that isn't a slum. I've lived in Ridgewood and I've lived in Bushwick when it was lit, and I've lived in Bedford Stuyvesant when it was. I can't even talk about how bad it was when I lived in the Sty. Then I moved to Ridgewood. It was bad even in Ridgewood because it was those years, the 80s, leading up to the 90s, to the most murderous year ever in the history of New York City. And I was 14. I had just jumped off the porch, and I jumped off hard, and I was in the midst of getting hit, with with a with a what do they call it, a projectile, and getting hit with a punch or getting hit by multiple people with multiple punches. I would say God don't want you to be fearful. You know what I'm saying? But when you grow up in certain neighborhoods, they don't even address this in the courts. This is why our justice system is broken. One of the reasons. I'm gonna give you a quick example, and I've been through the same thing, but just I didn't handle it like he did. He handled it on some next level. I've dudes have come up to me. I've had dudes be like, "Nice chain," and I'd be like, "Yeah," you know what I'm saying? Like, listen, man, God rest in peace, Pop Smoke. That thing happened where he got hands put on him, and then he came back and got revenge. You know, people was saying he looked soft when he got hit, but when he was whooping on the dude, he wasn't looking soft no more. And that's no disrespect to the dude that hit him, and then he got back at him. They were little kids. That's big facts. When Pop got slapped, he was a child. There's times where I've been. Matter of fact, look, I'll give you another example. One time, my friend told me that somebody had robbed his house. So we seen the kid, so we jumped him. Now, they came to my house 3 deep, and I was by myself, and I opened the door. So, excuse me, I got a little gas. I be drinking these energy drinks, you know what I'm saying? I'm not really trying to show the brand. YouTube start crying. So, but anyway, my man said that they broke into his house. He said the kid was right there. We jumped him. I held him down. You know what I'm saying? He was like, like, what's good? You're gonna help me? I'm like, yeah. So we go. We mind you, me and the kid, we never really, it never panned out as like friends forever type stuff. So I'm getting myself into something crazy, and it turns out that me and the kid ended up. I haven't talked to him in 30 years. And I almost died over it. You know what I'm saying? But so like, and I'm man enough to say that when the three dudes rolled up, I seen the kid. We had dislocated his arm. When we jumped him, his arm must have popped out of the socket, and he was in a cast. But I was only like 15 years old. I'm 46 now. This is 31 years ago. So when they get there, and there's three of them, I got caught off guard, but there's still no excuse to fold, but you become seasoned sometimes, and some people it's just in them. I've seen people not fold. I seen Mace say that he's seen everybody act one way, he said, gangsters, I think it was exactly. And then he said when they run into other dudes that they think might be tougher than them or care about their life less, he said that they would change their energy. That's not everybody, Mace. You know what I'm saying? All due respect. Listen, man. To be honest with you, this is not directly at Mace. They ain't no I'm talking about anybody to try to get any hits or nothing like that. We speak in life, but I don't know. Just at the beginning, the way that he was. First of all, he was right hand man's with Diddy. Second of all, you know, I just don't think a pastor who they say left town over problems should be talking about guys acting tough 1 minute and then not acting tough the next. But still, if they were on some who is you to tell people what they're supposed to talk about? They will be right. You know what I'm saying? I mean, with YouTube, everybody's out here talking their own stuff. So you know, I don't come on here to do a talk show to not talk. I try to keep it as mega positive as possible. and I don't act tough. I'm trying my hardest because I come from a real bad neighborhood. It's been drilled into me to be almost like it's in me so hard that it's almost New York, but it's more so the tougher neighbors that crazy. I'll slap you in your face type stuff. You know what I'm saying? So like I don't want to never be on that again. Even like my wife pulled me away from the streets when I was like 24 years old. But still, while I was with her, I would say stupid shit. Like I'd be waiting at the stop sign, and the guy, they're supposed to yield for the pedestrian, and I'm over here like, hey man, don't you know I go first? I'm like, yo, like that's lame. If you're the kind of guy that gets mad because the guy didn't respect the stop sign, and you ready, it could get ugly. People think that you could get into an argument and it's just gonna be words. Man, listen, you could get yourself into something. You're so sorry. You're so sorry. You know. And I'm like I said, man, you better be with it. You act tough, you better be with it. The car collecting thing. I was telling you at one point in time, it was almost like I was like, worried about like, cause I used to be with the big dogs. I still do be with the big dogs. I'm a big dog. I just don't talk too much. You know what I'm saying? I'm not gonna be like I did this, so all of y'all could be, yo, what up, Matt Ritchie? How you doing? That's love right there. Sometimes I try to pin the comment and it makes me hit the thing by accident. Let me see. So, all right, cool. Pin the message, of course. Thank you for the first message. God bless you, Matt Ritchie. I hope you're doing good wherever you at. So look, you see this is the jump off right here, man. You want to see how unashamed I am of what I love? Don't ever be ashamed of what you love. The crazy thing is think about it. You watch movies, right? Even in real life, they run up on dudes and dudes who collect paint, artists and stuff, $1 million paintings and stuff. Those be dudes that are like big time. You know what I mean? So like, don't get collecting messed up. A Goonie could collect, and it's silly too to even want to be a Goonie. You know what I'm saying? Like I'm just saying like because I bought this and it just came out of this envelope, don't mean I won't punch you in your face. You know what I'm saying? That's the biggest fact I ever said on this. Thank you, brother. I'm glad you're doing good too. Yeah, where you coming from? If you don't mind shouting it out on Matt, you know. This is Jalen Williams. This is the SGA's partner, Shea Gilgis. And who's the other big dog on that team? Oh, Chet Holmgren. All three of them are gonna. Well, SGA is already great. So, but like I was saying, oh, you from Lorain, Ohio? Big shout out to Ohio. You already know. They known for LeBron too. Cleveland, Ohio. Yeah, that's LeBron's hometown. That's my favorite player. I tell people I only have four favorite players in my life. It started with the Knicks, so Patrick Ewing was my first favorite player. Um, Allen Iverson. By that time, I was out there balling. I could play. But we're not gonna get into that. But I played my man. He's nice. I'm nice like him. You know what I'm saying? I would say he's better than me, but he destroyed me, and I'm like, that's a stamina thing. You know what I'm saying? So, but yeah, man, my thing is transition. Fast break is showtime. You know what I'm saying? So, but I've always loved basketball, sports. When we lived in Best Town, my pops, I told people before, he used to buy a bag of cards. Back then, people weren't taking care of them as well as they are now, like putting them in plastics. And, like my father would buy a bag of cards. None of them would be in something like this, let alone another extra plastic like this. You know what I mean? So, but I would dig through them and check, see if, and then it started getting to the point where they had the price guide. So, I would look it up and it became where it was a market. I've actually made money with the cars to the point where it helps me pay my rent. You know what I'm saying? So, how would I be ashamed of that? paying my rent an honest way. You know, I was out there for 30 years, bro. You know, I chilled out though after I met my lady. You know, but I was still like, I was still out there a little something. You know what I'm saying? And but when I was before I met my wife, I was a firecracker. They know what it is. Yes, yes, I am sober. I have not had a drink in 5 years and a half. On this is the crazy thing that you said that, Matt Ritchie. On January 21st, my little brother, who was 33 years old, died of cirrhosis of the liver. Um, from drinking too much. I haven't had a drink. I quit on the day he passed, and I haven't had a drink in 5 years. Go check out the music video, The Fight. Not on some oh, look at me stuff. That's actually to help other people. That's why also Matt Ritchie, I think he kind of ran into that video and was on some, this is important, and he just asked about it, so I would assume that it meant something, you know what I'm saying? So but yeah, Matt Ritchie, no drinkies. No drinkies. I haven't had a drink. Went on the day of my little cousin's passing, 33 years old, liquor took him from us, you know. And I don't want to get emotional on this, you know what I'm saying? So, but you know, he was too young, luckily, I got chances to give my liver a break, and it must have regenerated itself at times. And I was able to stop drinking at 41, no, 43. And I'm here at 48 without a drink for 5 years. And on the day he passed, either it's the day he passed or it's his birthday. No, it's his birthday. On his birthday, I stopped drinking. In January, when January comes around again, it'll make 6 years I haven't had a drink. I stopped smoking cigarettes at the same time too. My mother got COPD and she had went into ICU because she was 72, had smoked for 50 years, and it finally caught up to her. And that we had been telling her, don't mess with the. That's a great song he wrote. It makes me feel so good. It goes, I had a fight with the booze, a fight most lose. A gifted rap singer was in the ring with a ringer, but I ain't just a rapper, I'm so much more. I'm a thumper who can score. The streets in my core. We ain't gonna do the whole thing. I've learned, give them a little taste. Let them go check it out. But that was dedicated to my little cousin, and he really, he's I don't let it go in vain because I won't touch it. I won't touch it, and it has to do with what it did to him, you know. And I ain't gonna act like I don't smoke bud and you know I could be a little cleaner, but still right now I'm cleanest as I've ever been. I mean, I even went for a mile, like a 1 or 2 mile walk today. Got my exercise. Now that the summer's here, I'm trying to take the weight down, all that. So, but growing up in the Stein, man, that's something else. In the '80s, I was born in '76, so I was in Bedford Stuyvesant from, like I started like realizing where I was at around 3 years old, all the way up until 8. Like, even when you forget that, even though you don't remember things from when like you're 1 and 2, you still were soaking up things like a sponge. I had seen my pop's pistol before. We had a gym in the bottom. My father used to train Golden Glove boxers. So like he had 16-ounce boxing gloves that he used to make me and my brother put on, and we used to thump all the time. So I got hands, you know what I'm saying? Like nice hands, but they're unrefined. The same way I'm nice at basketball and I'm nice with my hands. I've never been organized. I've never hit a league. I've never been in a boxing where they teach you like how to, like stuff my pops wouldn't have known. And he was a corner man for two Golden Glove boxers. You know, big shout out to Papo, big shout out to Balti. You know, oh man, I tell people this is probably the one I say the most. My father had a store in Bedford Stuyvesant. It was on Ralph between Putnam and Jefferson. They called my pops Johnny Lowe, and for short for Johnny Lopez. He used to be out there with everybody. My pops right hand man Monty was both my pops and Monty were legends over there on Ralph between Putnam and Jefferson. And Howard was no joke. Howard between Madison and Monroe. Um, um, Patchen was going the other way, and it was lit. I grew up right when, they started cooking up the white, they started whipping it. And it just, my pops used to come and tell us stories about how his friend, wasn't alive no more because of owed money. And he would tell us the amount of money was $60, $110. People were losing their lives over that kind of money. So when I talk about being tough, soft, and tough, I talk about the style. I'm not hummer stunting. I'm not story boxing. I look. It's crazy because I so don't look the part. So sometimes people they'll see me, and when I start to talk, they'll be like, you know, mm. Oh, Mace was talking about people switch their energy up all the time in a sense. He said especially people that act tough. Now I respect what he's saying. There is a lot of cases of that. Yeah, oh definitely. And I was a little harsh in my response on the YouTube post, but not even harsh, but just like a little bit blunt and like almost like it sounded like what he said bothered me a little bit. But it was just him saying that you just labeled the whole world. You just said that like everybody that acts tough, if they run into somebody they think that's tougher, they'll move they'll operate with a different energy. That's not true. I'm witness to people that their energy is the same no matter what. In jail, in the hardest blocks in Bushwick and Bed-Stuy, and even if we went to other, there's a line in one of my rhymes. It says, "If I'm there, I'm gonna live." And it means just what it says. You know what I'm saying? If I'm there, I'm gonna live. You could bet that. And it's not taunting anybody neither. This is just me saying, you really want to know what the moral of this story is you know big shout out to Cannabis, man. He goes, I'm tougher than denim, lethal like venom and snake bites. um at one point he says a line, he goes, with no fear, like them clothes white boys be wearing, you know but I really believe I'm here telling you, be brave, be brave in all situations if possible. If you get scared, I'm not mad at you. It's not an emotion. God made everything, or whatever people want to say, a higher entity, a different name for a religion of the God from that religion, whether you believe in Buddha, Allah, Jesus Christ, God, which is, they're the same thing in a sense. you know, um, they don't want you to be scared, you know. And people talk like fighting is bad all the time. No, fighting is actually an honorable thing when necessary. We're talking about heroes. I want to shout out my son. I want to shout out Papoose. It slips my mind. There's some guys out there that just keep it so official. Big shout out to Styles P. who's a big shout out to Chappelle. You know, these are people that tell the truth. You know, um, um, big shout out to Cat Williams, man. You know, I didn't know. I used to watch Cat Williams. You know, he's a hyper comic a little bit. Like you'll see him run across the stage and stuff. I'm used to comics like Chappelle that are like laid back. You know what I mean? But Cat Williams said something the other day because since all the hoopla when he came out and blew up Hollywood, first of all, we're supposed to protect men like that. Also, if we think anybody's in trouble because he spilled the beans on evil people, we're supposed to protect them. You know, Oprah trying to give Taraji P. Henson $10 to play the biggest role in the biggest movie, in the biggest part role of her life. You're gonna give her $10. You know, that's like, come on, man. Oh God, you gave. How you gonna give Taraji P. Henson $50,000 or $100,000, whatever you offered her? Because it must have been insulting. But you give your audience, your whole audience, a car each. There's 100 people in the audience. You just bought 100 people, 100 cars, and you're gonna, this comes down to art and talent. Also, some people are more gifted than others. Don't hate. And Taraji P. Henson has been recognized as a great actress, and you tried to play her, and people blew you up. Don't be mad. You know what I'm saying? P. Diddy, the diddler. I don't want to make a joke out of what happened though. My song came out earlier and says something about P. Diddy being a coward. As much as I like my son, he's his own man. I'm no clone of anybody. I got an older brother that almost anybody would look up to, and I look up to him too, even at an older age. When he speaks, I listen. But like I said, I'm my own man. So but like dudes like my son, even my brother, like they're right, and my son took it to calling him a coward. You know, would I call P Diddy a coward? Yeah. So I don't really think he went too far because you know what it is though. I just know I know only God could judge. So I try my hardest not to like call people out their name, even if they're dudes that deserve to be locked up or whatever. I come from a family where they say I wouldn't wish jail on my own enemy. So and I don't mean my whole family. I mean my tight circle, my pops, my bro. You know, they would be on. We don't mess with them boys. If we gotta take care of something, we take care of it ourselves. It's against my religion to dial. You know, 911 unless it's I'll do it for the right reason. If somebody's in trouble or whatever, you got to do it. You know, but I just don't mess with them boys. I've been violated by when I say them boys, I mean police. So I've told people in the other post once or twice that I got slapped by a cop, but it was a punch slap, and I was a child. I was 14 years old, and it was all just because I was drunk. And he I shouldn't have been drunk at 14, of course, but like I told you, I was out there. I jumped off the porch at 14, like I was holding weapons, and it was crazy. You know what I'm saying? And still, it gets crazier. I ain't acting like I'm not saying no names on this too, not too much, unless it's like me saying big shout out to my son, big shout out to Papoose. Dudes that I think keep it real. Big shout out to Styles P, because they say stuff like good hearted. It's about the kids. Have no fear. Like those are good values. Not I love money. Like that shit. It makes me sick. You know what I'm saying? I don't love money. I get it because I give it away to people and I pay my rent. And then when I see somebody that I love, that I know that they ain't doing good, I give them an amount you wouldn't give them most likely. Ugh. Hold on 1 second. Turn off that AC. I might download this, run it through my editing tool, and post it as a real upload because I'm liking how this is turning out so far. I'm glad I did this too. Give me 1 second, people. Because I have a thing with like jumping off the title and not, when you title something, you're supposed to give them what you put in the title. You could give them more, but you make sure to address what you put in the title. Don't talk tough if you ain't gonna back it up. You're gonna say something greasy to the person that's not the one, and you're acting. If you really ain't about that life, like academics, I'm not a big fan of, but at least he admits that he's not with it. I don't. You see how my song was calling Diddy a coward? It's an insult. So a coward's a coward. I'm not gonna like condemn them over it, but I don't believe God wanted you to be a coward. You're supposed to stand up. Nobody's supposed to stand by watch somebody get victimized. Blatantly victimized, like to the point where like, there's no doubt that you're a coward if you don't step in. That has to do with there's not you can't, and I'm not like saying play Mr. Hero. I'm talking about stand up for what's really right. Like was that man? Listen, if somebody was doing something and I jumped in and they were like, oh, you Captain Saver, whatever. I don't care about that, man. I don't care what people think. Literally, this is about showing people that I don't care what you think. And the funny thing is that if I would have stood away from these, because I think people think they would have labeled me soft because I collect cards or something like that, I would have lost out on a lot of bread. Don't listen to nobody, man. Do you. Be a trailblazer. Be a leader. You know what I'm saying? And lead other leaders. It's possible, man. You don't got to think you're a follower just because you listen to somebody. You could pass it on down and they'll listen to you and we're all leading each other, man. I don't, when things happen, I don't blame it on, oh, the end of the world is coming. A lot of people, whenever something big happens, right away it's the end of the world. I don't think like that. You know what I'm saying? I believe stuff is gonna happen, and I don't know if we'll even have a chance to see when it's that serious. People. I don't mean to be morbid, but there's been 4 mass extinctions, and guess what? We're due for one. And read about it. I read even with computers, and I can make the computer read for me. Like I could literally get to the article and hit a button, and he'll start reading the article to me. But I read it myself. That's too lazy. You know what I'm saying? That's too lazy. You know. But when the video came out the other day, because I didn't put the P Diddy thing in the title, but I'm speaking on everything. I'm not really like, I'm not trying to be gossipy, trying to like talk about things with a good perspective, with an open mind. You know what I'm saying? I do want people to see my views. I love the last rhyme I wrote. You know, the freestyle where I'm wearing the Knicks cap and it says, hold on, I could bring it up for you. I forgot that I got to share I got the share the tab option so I could actually show you guys. That's crazy. I forgot I could bring up my own page. This is awesome. All right, guys, just give me 1 second. All right, let me share the page. All right, yeah, that's my homepage, people. You can see the Basement Click t-shirts. You know what I'm saying? That's when I shot Golden Heart. Y'all guys could check out the Golden Heart video. Let me look the thing so you can see the other videos. Look, guys, I'm gonna show you some stuff. All right, that's the video with my bro rhyming with Sadat X. My brother gets a nice compliment from Sadat X at the end of his verse. You know, Sadat kind of lets you know that, you know, my brother's the truth. You know, this is me doing my card thing. I had bought an 80 card COMC purchase, you know, and I showed y'all everything that I bought. In this video, you can see the Kevin Durant that's going to be a part of the giveaway. So that Kevin Durant right there, where you see the yellow and green, that's one of the cards that you're going to get. And then, like I said, I'm going to send extra. You know, this is the video that my friend was talking about. Hold on, let me lower it, make sure you can see it. This is the video my friend was talking about. And yeah, man, this is one of my favorite ones. Out of the beats that I chose, you know, because I try to be real selective with the beats, but out of all the beats I've chosen, this is one of my least favorite choices of beats. So but still, I love the rhyme so much, and the beat is dope. Don't get it wrong, but I've used a lot of good beats, you know. So if you listen to the music, check out the trials. You know, this is just me talking. That's the crew right there. You know, homie in the middle right there. That's my man, Messi. You know what I'm saying? He's doing a little stretch right now. You know what I'm saying? Free Messi. You know what I'm saying? There's the rest of my crew, some of my crew. Yo, A Boogie, if you ever see this, I love you. I'll never forget you holding me down. You know, that's my man Grade A, my other man Joe, my other man Wes, you know what I mean? And this one was about skeletons in your closet or something. That's my boy Luca. Luca is no joke. I talk about comic books in this. We'll show you some of the comic books that I got. But yeah, I'm gonna show you the music a little more. They're further toward the earlier posts. So like right around here, you see all the music videos. It's crunch time. Right there's my brother G Duck Quinn, my autistic son. I have a severely autistic 14-year-old who's nonverbal. I made three songs about it, but one's a freestyle, and then this was a freestyle also. It was a single verse. I turned it into a full song with 2 verses and a hook. This was one of my first videos that I shot called Where Your Heart At. This is my brother and Revolvery, Re-Up, Mr. Merge, and La Soul. And yeah, man, some of these are really good. This is the one that I turned into the whole video about my son's autism. This is I'm Revolutionary. I talk about, this is the Illuminati one, man. Y'all people really want to know what I think about what's going on with the big dogs. Check that one out. You know what I'm saying? You know, and this one is the energy. I love this one. You know, that's my favorite one. The energy. The one where I got the black shirt on and the Knicks cap and the little chain. I shot that all through Bushwick and Ridgewood. That's one of my favorites. I said an energetic, kinetic kind. My team never dies. Through gateways flies. Through gateways fly, see you on the other side. I'm always in the air, so I can't be crushed. Atoms start to bust as I kick up dust. I said just now I see my pops, even though my father's dead. He must be alive. He must have survived. Energy can never be destroyed. And then I said like Prodigy say, but it was Nas who said it. I messed up there. I'm gonna admit it. I said energy can never be destroyed like Prodigy say. I said get the F out my way. I'm moving through the day. I said I'm rolling through the years. I'm falling like a tear. I think I lost control. There's nothing to fear. God's still here. He keeps me near. You know, like I said, go check it out. You know what I mean? You know, also like I am what I talk. I shot that on Troutman and St. Nicholas. You know, the block over was one of the illest spots in Bushwick at one point. Troutman between Irvin and Knickerbocker. You know, it was an infamous block in Bushwick, and I really mean infamous. You know what I'm saying? And what I was gonna say? Oh, and Putnam and Knickerbocker, Cornelia and Knickerbocker, Jefferson and Knickerbocker, Hancock and Knickerbocker, infamous. Schaefer and Knickerbocker, infamous. You know, and there's more. Stanhope and Irvin, infamous. You know, yeah, you know, I shout people out, and I definitely don't go like loose lips sink ships. You know what I'm saying? You know, so to share the tabs with you guys. That's a really cool little thing that I picked up. You know, I bought the wire today too. Is it near me? The wire? I bought the wire today for the high definition camera. So the next video I shoot, the quality should pick up. You know. I'm gonna let this one go. You know, I came in here, I told you what I meant in the title. You know what I'm saying? I'll give you a quick summary of the title. You know, don't be a diddler. But he's not even in the title. You know, I'm just playing around too. Like you guys, sometimes you gotta laugh to keep from crying. You know what I'm saying? Do me a favor, people. Like, share, comment, subscribe. And the biggest thing that I care about is because I care more about my own art. You know, my own art being shared. You know, than me. You know, I like talking to you guys for sure, but I want the music to be soar because I don't want people to say, "Oh, he thinks he's gonna make it by talking." No, Crunch Time, this the song that my brother rhymes to. Not that's my production. Um, I got another production that it's Born Straight Wild or I forget the name of it. Oh no, Block Life Till the End. The Block Life to the End freestyle. Not only is it my production, I composed everything. Every instrument you hear is being played by me. Piano, acoustics, horns, guitars. You get what I'm saying? Whatever's in there. I don't remember exactly what sounds I used. So what I care most about y'all guys doing for me, and this is real, you know, this would be the real help, is all these music videos that people aren't seeing because they're not in the algorithm. Um, Things like Quarantine, I Am What I Talk. Oh, I would recommend the one I made about my wife, Lisa Lopez. That's a really good one. These are hidden gems. And you guys gotta understand, just because I don't got a million followers don't mean I ain't dumb nice. You know. Um I'm not gonna get into it now. I'm gonna do a piece on rappers who are severely underrated, and only people that really know about rap give them the props they deserve. You know. Ransom is definitely a god MC. You know how Eminem, I believe he got a song called God MC. Rap God. Well, Ransom is a rap god, and he don't get the money he deserves. And there's a lot of them out there. Yo, Frankie Blanco, what's up, baby? How you doing? I was just letting people know a few things, at least from my point of view. How's your family? Hang out a little longer for my man Frankie Blanco. My brother got mad love for you, Frankie, man. Like when I see my bro like talk about somebody like on that type of level, that means he got mad love for you. And that also affects what I ransom is underrated, yeah. You know. I'm gonna do a piece, Frankie. You know what it is? The lives are like addicting because you don't gotta edit it, but I gotta stop being lazy. I'm gonna edit a piece on ransom. I can edit. I just like I said, I be lazy. You can see I did the trials myself. I did block life to the end by myself as far as like syncing the lips with the music. So but I'm gonna do a piece on underrated rappers. Cannabis, man. What's wrong with people? Like it's like how could you J Electronica too, man? That like I said, I think when he got a little religious in the Jay-Z album, it threw people off. I don't think people like were mad about it. I think they just was looking for something different. But J Electronica, underrated MC. Cannabis, underrated MC. Ransom, underrated MC. Even Styles, I would say, is underrated. You know what I mean? But more well known than the others. You know what I'm saying? Um, Trying to think offhand. Fabulous might be underrated. But like I said, I want to do a piece on it. I want to take time out, really check to see who I feel like don't get their props. Papoose is underrated. Um, My son is underrated. Um, all the whole Slaughterhouse team is underrated, but Joe Button is a nut. So like, I can't take him serious too much. Joe Button, Joel Ortiz, Crooked Eye, they carry themselves fantastically. Royce the 5'9" be wilding a little sometimes, but I like Royce. And it's not that I dislike Joe Buttons. It's just like I can only take but so much, you know. Yeah, Joe Button is. Listen, we just spoke about the Rap God by Eminem. That just as a term. Well, those are rap gods. Joe Budden's a rap god. You know. All right, look at you see, and that goes how I tell you, beauty is in the eye of the beholder. I like Lloyd Banks, but I wouldn't agree with you on that. And I want people also to know that it's okay to disagree. You shouldn't get your panties in a bunch, because not you. I'm talking about in general. Everybody, if you hear that somebody don't agree with you, don't get your panties in a bunch, man. Like it's all right, bro. Ransom and Hitchcock. Yo, look, check this out. I was born in the fire. You was probably born with a wire. I never could get along with a liar. And if you think it's wrong, I'm a trier. Cause I'm known for shooting stuff up like Bonds and McGuire. He goes, ribs touching, dog. I ain't had a meal yet. Did a deal on Clue. And we ain't get a deal yet. He said, but since then I've been locked up twice. Came home, baby mom got knocked up twice. He said, and that's with Hitchcock. Yo, let's see. I'm gonna show you. I'm gonna bring that one up to you. I gotta get that one real quick. Ransom. It's the 18 freestyle. Ransom. Hitch. All right, hold on 1 second. I should be able to find it pretty quick. They didn't do. There it goes. All right, hold on, people. Yeah. I had to press the one, but hold on 1 second. Yeah.
born in the fire. You was probably born with a wire. I never could get along with a liar. And if you looking wrong, I'm a tryer. Cause I'm known for shooting shit up like Bonds and McGuire. Ribs touching dog. I ain't had a meal yet. Still live in the hood and I ain't get killed yet. A niggas acting like Ran ain't a real threat. Did a hero clue and we ain't get a deal yet. And since then I've been locked up twice. Came home, baby moms got knocked up twice. Get a job, make sure the floor's mopped up right. For that I stay in the kitchen, cook rocks up right. Supposed to have a watch and chain that's rocked up nice. Instead I'm hustling hard on the block up nights.
17 years ago.
Cause we selling rocks big enough for fiends to block up pipes. You don't know Ran from a can of paint. These bars you can't escape. Yeah, this man is great. Hung with gorillas and ran with apes. Type of niggas that'll take your juice plus bang your plate. Get ticket to the rec room, then bang some weights.
Saying like, you don't even gotta hear no more. Yo, I'm gonna Hitchcock though.
If you ain't really a thug, then you can't relate. All year it's gonna be cold, homie. The storm popping. In the hood, you know they love when the storm dropping. Even downstate, got niggas in dorms rocking. Overseas, Chinese niggas in stores copping. In the game, I serve niggas like John Stockton. Wave cap come from a piece of my mom's stocking. Go against Rand, I think that's the wrong option. Some say I'm sick in the head like John Cochran.
Catered to the block. Now my niggas made it to the top, but we still keep the razors in the Glocks with the lasers on the top. And y'all gon' hate it when I drop, and I never conversated with a cop. Stop calling police, you thought it was sweet. I'm more than a beast. When I hold
Let me stop this real quick. Let me turn it off over here too. All right. So, but that's a perfect example of, you know, my brother got a line in one of his verses. It goes, the best unseen, the great unheard. There's a lot of us out there, bro. Don't leave it like that. Don't be too lazy to hit the like and the share button, bro. I do it for you. You know, and this is to anybody and everybody that sees this. You know, it's your boy Spank, man. We ain't stopping, man. Basement Click is coming at you. Like, it ain't over till it's over. That's 17 years ago. And he's murdering it. They're calling Drake the GOAT. I've never heard a Drake rhyme better than that. And he's been making billions. And this guy 17 years ago wrote a verse that'll destroy any Drake verse. And he's maybe made $1 million off a rap or more. I don't know. I don't want to talk about another man's pocket. And plus, Ransom's thorough. You know what I'm saying? Like, you know, and I'll leave it at that. I don't know him, so I don't like to speak on people I don't know like that. You know what I'm saying? You know, but he looks like a real dude. That's all. I'll leave it at that. Yo, I love y'all guys, man. You know, real G stuff. I'm glad I'm able to watch what I say while I talk. I ain't trying to get YouTube, man. You know what I mean? Yo, I'm gonna let y'all go, man. I'm gonna come back on maybe later on tonight. You know, I don't think there's no games on tonight. I think they're giving them brothers rest. So, but Matt Ritchie, Frankie Blanco, love you for this, man. I'll see you guys later. Holla.